During the panel, I just made a few notes, and as I was listening to the discussion, it was occurring to me that we were getting in personal stories examples and illustrations of the very principles that the speakers walked through, Chris and Brett at the beginning of the session. So here are some of the comments, and not all of the comments mentioned, but these were the thoughts that were sort of coalescing for me. So I heard this is all about selling. You know, you are selling your idea, and when you're selling, you've got to come off with a level of passion, not too much, no lunacy there, but enthusiastic, passionate about your concept, and you got to make it interesting as best as you can. We heard some of those examples that some didn't find one of the pitches interesting. You got to be prepared for anything. These groups will do their diligence on you as a pitcher, and they will reach out into their network and find out what sort of makes you tick and what maybe throws you off guard, and then they'll exploit that, right? So I think you heard that a few times. Try to keep it simple if you can, right? We're dealing with a lot of complex issues, so the best you can simplify it, get to the point, that's going to add a lot of value. Show and tell works. Touching, pictures. We didn't have them during the pitches tonight, as I said, but that goes a long way as well. And lastly, you've got to be your toughest critic. You've got to look at your idea with a critical eye, and what that'll do is, I think, open up whatever perceived gaps that you may have that allow you to address them and head off some of those questions that you might expect. Okay? So those, to me, were many of the, I think, overriding themes that we heard as part of the discussion. I'm hopeful that the way in which we ran the session with the fundamentals and the personal examples and the pitches stuck in between was helpful for you. We obviously can't get at everything, but this gives you a little taste of what it's going to be like when you step outside this room and make that pitch. So hopefully it worked. I want to thank Julie Norton one more time for assisting Blue College for the support that they provide, support from Nan Weatherhorn as well, and the speakers once again, Joe Fleming, who is so instrumental in the success of the entrepreneur program. So again, thank you very much for coming. Great turnout. We'll have to get a bigger room next time. And nobody answered Mark's question, so Mark's going to give, I just skipped right past that. Give the secret, Mark.
You did cover a little bit. You did cover some of that.
He mentioned some. I think he mentioned some of the things he was going to try to look into partnerships with pharmaceutical companies because he could pop a drug in to those pumps. But I think it was not completely clear how he was going to make money and what that was going to be. He asked for money, but didn't really walk away knowing what you were going to get for the money you were investing. So that was the gap. We circled around it. I think you got it. Okay, anything else? Okay, we're good. Thank you, everybody. The bar is open until 8.